What's up, guys? Welcome back to this week's video. This is every tool a man should own, or a woman. This is basically what I started out with when I moved in my first apartment, when I started working on my own cars. I'm guessing the majority of you guys that watch my channel are just starting out, or maybe you're just looking to put together a different toolkit to have for somebody else. Maybe your son or something that's getting out on his own, or your daughter. And these are the tools I believe that you should start out with, and they will actually get you by for a long time. I got by with basically just these tools for a very long time, just doing little maintenance around my apartment, working on my car, whatever. Starting out, you're going to want something to keep your tools in. This is a toolbox I bought at a yard sale for $10. I obviously repainted it. I went through, polished out all the chrome. It's not a snap-on box. I just had this emblem and I slapped it on there. But you don't have to spend a whole lot of money on a toolbox. It's literally just to keep your tools in. Down below in the description, I put a tool tote in that. I think it's about 20 bucks at Harbor Freight. I started out with a tool tote. I had a Husky tool tote about this size, and that's what I kept all my tools in. But whatever way you want to go, you can save some money by buying something used. And honestly, that's the way I would recommend doing it. You'll get a better quality item buying something used than you will brand new for the price. So starting out here on the inside, slide this over. You're gonna want to get yourself some pliers. So in the description below, I put the Pittsburgh pliers set from Harbor Freight. It's a 5-piece set. It's just like this. I don't have that set, so I don't have this. The sets I linked in the description, I'm trying to keep budget friendly to keep us under that $400 budget. So I don't have those exact tools, but I'm trying to make it equivalent to what I put in the description. That's why I added this set of snap-ons in here, these slip joints, because the set from Harbor Freight comes with all of this. You're gonna want a set of needle nose. Needle nose are super handy for getting in the tight spots. If you drop something in a tight spot, you can grab them with these. Side cutters, zip ties, cutting small wire, stuff like that. You're gonna want a pair of side cutters. Water pump pliers, plumbing, mostly plumbing stuff. You're gonna want a set of pump pliers, channel locks, whatever you want to call them. Super handy tool. You'll use this in conjunction a lot with your slip joint pliers. You really can't beat slip joint pliers. They're handy for a lot of things. The only ones in here that I would say you really don't need, but I just included them because it comes with the set that you get in the Pittsburgh, is the linesman pliers. They are handy. I have used them quite a bit in the past for like my water valve here at my house, turning it on and off when I've needed to do water repairs. I've used this to go out there and reach down. You get a lot more leverage with this, but 100% recommend these ones. It's handy to have these, but I don't think you really need them. You're gonna want a set of vice grips. I wouldn't necessarily recommend the Milwaukee ones. In the description below, I linked a cheaper pair. But sometimes you're not going to be able to get the grip on a fastener or something, or a bolt, with a pair of pliers that you will with this. You'll just be able to really clamp onto something and get a good grip on it. You're gonna want a couple of adjustable wrenches. I bought this kit starting out, the 8 and the 10. These two came together. I ended up buying the 6 later on, but the kit I linked in the description for you guys will come with all 3 of these. But if you're gonna get 2, I would honestly 100% get an 8, and either a 10 or a 12 to have with it, because you will use these in conjunction together a lot. Doing a lot of plumbing stuff as well, you'll use these. Torpedo level, you're gonna want to level. Obviously, if you're moving in somewhere, you're not gonna want all your walls empty. You're gonna want to hang stuff. You're gonna want to make sure when you're doing that everything's gonna be nice and level. You're gonna want to file. You got a screw or something hanging out, punch through the backside of something. You're gonna want to file that down so you don't cut yourself, hurt yourself. A magnetic pickup tool, lifesaver. If you're working on your car or you drop a bolt somewhere that you can't get to, you can't reach it, these are indispensable, and you can get them for $1 or $2 at Harbor Freight. You're gonna want a wire brush. Working on your car, automotive stuff, batteries, they like to get battery acid corrosion on the top. You can easily clean that up with a wire brush. Cleaning parts, if you get some rust on your tools, you can easily clean them off with a wire brush. You're gonna want a little pick set, removing O-rings from stuff, maybe scraping out a small part you're cleaning out or something. $2 at Harbor Freight. You really can't pass up on this. They're handy to have. Sometimes your screwdriver won't fit into somewhere where you need to clean something out, and that's why you're going to want to have a pick set. Box cutter. You're going to need a box cutter for cutting different stuff. Obviously opening boxes, opening packaging for all your tools. You're going to want a box cutter. It's probably one of my most used tools. I use a box cutter pretty much every day, and you can get one for just a couple bucks. The one I linked in the description, I think it's like $2. Get yourself a decent flashlight. You're gonna want a flashlight for working on your car. If you're having electrical issues at your house and you got no power, you're gonna wanna have a flashlight. Don't go cheap on this. Get a decent one. Don't get like a $2 one. It's not gonna be bright. You're gonna be frustrated trying to use it. Spend a little bit more money, get a $20 one, and if you really want to get a good one, get a rechargeable one so you're not constantly buying batteries, and you can easily just plug it in when you're done using it. You're going to want zip ties. I use zip ties all the time. I go through a bunch of zip ties, but for a couple bucks, you can buy a pack of them, and you'll use them for hoses, wiring, a lot of different stuff. You're gonna want a pencil and a Sharpie. Marking, laying out, measuring. You're gonna need some layout marking utensils. And again, guys, this is just my opinion, and from my experience, what I started out with and what I use. I want you guys to go in the comments section if you see something I missed or something else you would recommend to add into this kit. But I'm pretty sure that this will cover most of what you're gonna do. We're obviously not done with this video. I have the inside to go here still, but I just want you guys to get involved in the comment section and tell me if you think this is a good kit or not. Next, you're gonna want a funnel, $1. You can get these for $1 at Walmart. Whenever you're gonna need to add fluids to your car, you're gonna need a funnel. That's just how it is. Tape measure. I recommend a 16-foot tape measure. That's what I used for a long time. I didn't need a 25-footer. I think a 12-footer is a little bit too small. I think a 16-footer is the perfect size for starting out. But make sure you get a decent quality one. Don't cheap out and get a cheap tape measure. You're going to want a decent set of screwdrivers. These are the Doyle brand from Harbor Freight. I love these screwdrivers. I've talked about these screwdrivers a lot in my other videos. They are identical to the Klein screwdrivers. But don't cheap out on screwdrivers. Get yourself a decent set. Screws nowadays on furniture, IKEA furniture, and everything else are junk. They're just made out of cheap metal. They can easily strip out. So you're going to want to try and avoid that by having a decent quality screwdriver. That is the exact set that I linked in the description. I recommend that set a lot. You're going to want a combination square. If you want to measure something, you can easily take this out and use it as a ruler. You can square something up. You can get a 45-degree angle with it. It has a level on it. There's a lot of uses for a combination square. That's why I recommended this over like a speed square or something. It has this little awl, or I forget what they call these, a scratch awl or something. But you can use it to lay out, use it as another marking tool. But for a couple bucks, I think under 10 bucks, you can get one of these. And this is all I had for a long time, and it worked just fine. Next obvious one, a hammer. I think a 16-ounce claw hammer is what you're going to want starting out. I literally picked up this Cobalt hammer at Lowe's for $5. It was on sale. It seems like a good quality hammer. I have a lot of hammers for some reason. So I haven't even used this one yet. But you can get a hammer for cheap. You want a good claw hammer to pull out nails, to hang stuff. So get yourself a decent hammer. You're going to want a scraper or a painter's tool, whatever you want to call it. This is the exact one I linked in the description. This is a real handy tool for scraping glue off of something or some paint. You can use it to clean your paint roller if you're painting something. There's a lot of uses for this tool, and I think it's something that everybody should have. You're gonna want some a roll of duct tape. We all know that how valuable duct tape is, and you can use it to fix a lot of things. If you accidentally hit something on your car, your bumper falls off, you can tape it back up for the time being. And we all know what goes along with duct tape. WD-40. You can pick up these small cans of WD-40 at Walmart, but I keep one of these in all of my cars. I've said it before, WD water dispersant. It's safe on electronics. If you ever drive through a puddle or something and you get water inside your engine bay and it starts messing with your electronics or whatever, you can use this to spray around your battery. It doesn't hurt it, disperses the water. Use it for lubricating stuff, hinges, doors. Why am I spacing it? The key slots on doors, locks. There's just so many uses for WD-40. You're going to want some Teflon tape. Again, $1 at Home Depot or whatever, but whenever you're going to be doing any plumbing, you're going to need some Teflon tape. I go through a ton of this stuff at work usually, but you really can't do any plumbing without this because you're going to need to re-wrap your threads when you're done so it doesn't leak. This stuff I did not link in the description. This is going to be at your own discretion, but you're going to want a set of screws and nails and washers and stuff like that. Just a good little variety set of different stuff. It's all going to be kind of your preference or what you think you're going to use on what you get here. you're gonna want a good set of gloves. Working on your car, working around the house, outside, you're gonna get dirty. You're gonna want a good set of gloves. You're gonna want some hand protection if you're working on something hot or sharp or whatever. So get yourself a decent pair of gloves. So next you're gonna want a miter box and a saw. I have my miter box mounted up over on the side of my desk, and I was gonna unscrew it and take it out and show you guys, but I totally forgot before I started doing this video. But for cutting pieces of wood or PVC piping, you're gonna want a way to do that. And a miter box is super handy. You can slap it on the side of a table, screw it down, put it on the tailgate of your truck, and you have a way to get different angle cuts, straight cuts. And this is actually the first saw I ever got. My grandpa gave this to me with the miter box, and I've had it for, I don't know, probably 16, 17 years now. But the one I linked in the description, I believe is only like 15 bucks, somewhere around there, 10, 15, $20. But really, this is a great way to go starting out. You're gonna want a hacksaw. This saw is not made for cutting metal. You're gonna want something that's made for cutting metal. Sometimes you're gonna have a screw that's too long sticking out of somewhere. You're gonna want to cut it off with this. You're gonna want to use your file afterwards to file the ends down. But again, I think for $6 or $7, you really can't beat a hacksaw like this. So next, you want some drill bits and some driver bits, and you're gonna want to go with these. You're gonna want to drill. When I started out, I had these two sets, the drill bits and the drivers. These are the exact two sets that I bought when I bought my first drill. I had a DeWalt drill, the 20 volt. I was gonna link that drill into the description to buy it. That is a drill I recommend, but it is $100. It comes with 2 batteries, a charger, and a case. And I had that drill for a lot of years. It's $100. But anyways, I had that drill for a lot of years. After about the second year, one of the batteries went out. And then I think a couple of years after that, my girlfriend bought me an impact driver in Milwaukee, and I ended up switching all my tools over to Milwaukee. But that drill I do recommend. It was a very good drill. I ended up selling it for basically what I bought it for, with a missing battery. The one I did link in the description is the Bauer one at Harbor Freight. It's $55, and it comes with one battery, a charger, and a case. But I'm trying to keep this budget friendly. I can't really say if that's a good drill or not. I don't have experience with it. If anybody does, please let me know, and everybody else down in the comments, so they can have an idea if they should get that one or not. If you want to spend the extra money, go ahead and get the DeWalt or whatever other brand. I would stick to a name brand. Don't buy a cheap off brand off Amazon or something. Stick with the big ones: Makita, DeWalt, Milwaukee, Bauer, Hercules, whatever you want to get. But you're going to want a way to dry fasteners. You're going to want a way to drill holes. And these are basically the 2 kits I linked in the description. They're the DeWalt ones. And like, again, try not to cheap out on stuff like this, because fasteners these days are just cheap junk. You're going to want to try and get ahead of that by having a some decent bits. So leading up to the drill, before that, you were looking at about maybe $200 with just the stuff that was in the toolbox. Getting from the drill on, it's a little bit more expensive. But from basically everything you saw inside the box, you're looking at about $200. which isn't bad for having basically everything you need. Let's throw this stuff back in here real quick, get it out of the way. So the most expensive item in the description down below is a set of wrenches and sockets and ratchets. This is the exact set I started out with. The set I linked in the description, I believe, is a great set to start out with. It is a Craftsman set, $99 from Lowe's, but it's going to have everything you need starting out. Some things you're going to want in a set. You're going to want 3/8 and 1/4 inch at least starting out. The one I linked in the description, it's got 1/4 inch, 3/8 and 1/2 inch. You're going to want standard and metric sockets. You're going to encounter both. Metric mostly with your vehicles and stuff like that. Standard with stuff around the house. You're going to want to make sure it comes with a set of Allen wrenches. You're going to want wrenches. Make sure your set has wrenches. You're going to need wrenches. It's cheaper to buy a set like this than to buy everything individually. That's why I recommend a set. You're going to want some extensions. This set did not come with extensions. It came with one 3-inch extension, I believe, on that side. But the set I linked down for you guys, it comes with extensions. It comes with swivels. This set obviously didn't come with swivels either. And the set has spark plugs in the description, spark plug sockets. You're going to want that. I think that kit is a great kit to start out with over this one. It also comes with some extra bits and a bit driver. The bit driver screwdriver, you can use that in conjunction with your bit set for your drill as well. Also, the kit comes with a small selection of bits. But this is what I used for a long time. And these are only 36 tooth ratchets. The new ones are a lot better. And so I've kind of moved on from these. They kind of suck to use, honestly, because of the small tooth count. But the ones that should come with that kit will be a lot better. So this is what I would recommend, guys. Obviously, you can spend a lot more money. You can spend less money. Try Facebook Marketplace for looking for used tools. I did that a lot. You can get really nice name brand tools for a fraction of the price of buying them new. If you do go cheap on a tool, that's fine. Just what I would do is use that tool until you decide this isn't working or it broke or whatever, and then just upgrade from there. Us being DIY people and not in a mechanical field, for this kit, you can go to Home Depot if something breaks. You can go to Lowe's if something breaks. You don't need to have the best of the best starting out. You're not in a shop where there's pressure on you. You're not at a customer's house where there's pressure on you to get the job done. You got to leave to go get a new tool because your cheap tool broke. You can get away with cheap tools starting out. Also, make sure you guys get in on the giveaway. I will be giving away these tools here you see in the back. By the time this video comes out, we should have hit our 1,500 subscriber mark. So be sure to get in on that and you will have a chance to win one of those. I hope you guys enjoyed this week's video. It's a little bit longer than last week's video. If this video does good and takes off, I will do a part 2 on what you should progress to after this. And I appreciate all you guys watching. I appreciate you guys subscribing. And I never thought the channel would grow this far. And I couldn't have done it without you guys. And I really appreciate all the support. And I will see you guys next week. And hopefully it'll be on that video on the giveaway for the tools.